yeah, brother. You're on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel. Oh, it's a good day when you're starting off in the engine room. How many engines we got in here? 2?
Not many.
Not many.
They diminished.
What's up with this? Random?
Don't worry about that. That's our 20 line.
Dude, it's kind of freaking me out. All right, so guys, here's the situation. Ruby's engine is out at Texas Speed. The damage goes deep. Here's a couple of photos. We wiped out the crank, wiped out some rods. I mean, look at the heat in these rods. They got cooking ones.
Got warm.
They had a hard life. So eventually, sometimes you wear out bearings in these race engines, especially Ruby being on so many race weeks. She's just cruising at high RPMs versus the Leroy and the Elco. They got overdrive, so they don't cruise such high RPMs. So, but she served a good life. You know what I mean? So right here is actually an engine that was not meant for Ruby, but is now going in Ruby. You'll see on this freaking engine, it says sand rail, and that's because I ordered like the baddest sand car you can possibly imagine. Twin turbo, the nastiest sand car you can get on the market. And I ordered that earlier this year because I was super stoked on the dunes. I wanted to make a bunch of dunes trips this year, but then the Motion Raceworks deal came along and I needed the money to put into the business, and just investing my money more long-term was the decision there. So I ended up putting the order on hold. Not sure what we'll end up doing if we do it or not, but it's on hold right now. And this engine came in for it that I ordered because the car would have been built by now. So this is actually pretty much the exact same engine that was in Ruby.
Yeah.
It's
a little better.
It's actually a little bit smidge better.
Yeah,
so it's a Darton sleeved 427 Gen 4 aluminum block. Oh yeah, see there? This is the hell. We got a hell yeah brother turbo cam in it. 247 cc heads. These are actually the
hip heads.
The hip heads. We had kind of a more basic head on Ruby before.
237s.
Yeah.
And we never intended to make the power to go as fast as it was going.
Dude, it did a hell of a job.
They did great.
Aluminum re-sleeve block, 427. It's got Wiseco pistons. It's got the Texas Speed I-beam rods in it. I mean, she's bad to the bone.
Yeah, it's the same block that we did have in it. It just has their like final stage, like
top of the line
stage rotating assembly, and it's got the center weight billet crank, billet rods.
Yeah.
Wiseco pistons. It's got the works.
Yeah, it's got the works. So unfortunately, the dream of the super nasty twin turbo sand rail is becoming more and more distant, but that's all good, man. I would rather see Ruby win race week, that 750 class. All right, let's get this sucker unloaded because Ruby's getting her engine back in today. So one thing we kind of started doing in the new shop is we've got a cart for each car. So you can see this is Ruby's cart. It's got the turbo, the intake, flywheel, all sorts of good stuff. And we just roll this over to the car. Should be all the bolts and everything we need. And we'll get her put back together. Engine mounts, you know the deal. It's another rainy day in Florida. It's kind of clearing up. We've definitely had a ton of rain lately, like at least every day. As you guys see in the boat challenges, we've been getting nailed. And Georgie and I are gonna drop this engine in. You ready?
Oh yeah.
How you feeling this morning? Oh yeah, guys, Ruby's brakes were so smoked. We never changed them one time, and James isn't a real big parachute guy, so I think he was definitely hard on the brakes on this pupper for a while. So she's due for some brakes. So she's getting her brake serviced. Gonna be like a brand new car when she's ready. What you know about that motor back in Ruby, boys? Big race week car.
Big race week.
High mileage unit right here.
Did you see this? George, George fixed it up. No more duct tape.
Little ricer, dude.
How many horsepower that were? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 horsepower, I think. Oh, it deducts it?
Yeah, real ricer.
Good thing we got better heads on this motor. Yeah. What do you think about this catch can being in the front of the car? Think we need to move that to the back? I mean, being that it's a fresh engine, it's probably not going to breathe as much.
I mean, they're always better where they can't get underneath your tires.
I know. I don't know why we put it up here. That was a terrible decision.
We just replaced what we had with something bigger.
We made a lot of dumb decisions in our lives. This is one of them. So really coming down out there. I know. Hey, what you know about that Motion Raceworks lip plate though? Coming in clutch. Well, boys, since I've been gone, old Georgie's been cleaning this sucker up. Look at that one harness now.
Yeah, we got a nice clean back here, a lot easier to work on.
Dang.
So,
Looking
girl,
good.
you know, she's been on a lot of race weeks, you know, a lot of touch-up jobs.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you guys are on race week, you're always fixing stuff you should have fixed before race week. So,
Easy.
I mean, being real. So this is the first time that George has actually gotten a chance to work on Ruby before race week. Otherwise, he kind of just shows up and gets the cards he's dealt. So George has kind of let loose and just cleaned a bunch of stuff up that needed to be cleaned up. But we're just tightening down this Motion Raceworks Valley cover. We don't have a Cleetus edition one on here, which kind of sucks because we didn't have one in stock. Then we're putting the intake on. Gonna hang the turb ski today and hopefully fire this thing up.
Have oil pressure.
Yeah, did you put the new crank sensumums in there?
No, not yet.
So this is a 58X reluctor wheel crank. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. We got to switch around a couple wires and then change a couple things around in the Holley computer. And we should be able to get it to start right up. Did you take the hood latches off? Is it just permanently?
The latches are gone. Finally.
Guys, we had a meeting about the hood for Ruby the other day. We're putting it back on, but it's going to be hood pins. So we just took the latches off. They're gone. Weight reduction. That's exactly what we need, is more weight off the nose of the car. So we're dialed. Well, our flag is going to be running the opposite direction now. But that's kind of not ideal. But here's the situation, guys. If you have a set of valve covers, you always want to put the breather hole towards the front of the motor, because if you have it in the back, all the oil will slosh to the back of the engine when the car is going down track pulling 2Gs. And then the oil builds up and it'll fill your breather pretty quick. So if you put them in the front, it certainly helps a lot. Got the Tech Speed intake, same one's on Donnie, but this one has the intercooler. We're gonna get this sucker put on today. Got to plug in our big old intercooler lines. See some nasty rusty water in there. Gonna wash this sucker out real quick. So this is something we didn't design ideal. We got our vacuum references down here, and then we gotta plug all these in before we actually set down the intake. So, you ready to be strong, brother?
Yep.
All right. Yep. Stay right there. A little messy under here, but it'll all kind of line up. Intake, tightener, downer, 9,000. All right, guys, so just putting fuel lines on. Intercooler lines, tightening down the intake. Just got to do these bolts right here. Got the fuel pressure regulator here. We need to find a nut for this so that it doesn't change while we're cruising. Probably could firm that up a little bit too. These rivets are a little wore out, but she's coming together quick. Almost time for turbos, or I guess turbo. Poor thing only gets one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is turbo time. Actually, it's up pipe time. You see some of the dude? This is a clean piece of pipe. We got any cracks in this unit?
Oh, maybe we should check.
The world doubted it.
Huge crack. I forgot about that from race week, dude. Maybe we should go ahead.
I'll buzz that up for you, bud. I'll get her cleaned up.
Call on that one.
Set it right here.
A little wire wheel on that.
You wire wheel it, I'll rip it. Been a hot minute since I welded, boys. But hey, let me tell you, that jet boat, tough as nails. One thing I've always loved about Texas Speed is they send you braking oil when you get a brand new engine, so that there's no question what oil you're running. They're like, here, just take it and use what we want you to use, so it's not a problem. All right, guys, so here's the damage report. We got to clean this one up. Of course, jack stand shows up to rate my welding, which is always good. I think we got a little hole right here. I'm gonna fill that in. Other than that, it's a pretty nasty crack. We're gonna have to probably do a full repair on this on this jobber here one day, but George, did you give this thing a pretty good looking over? Did you find anything else?
I left a little spot that looks like a little hole.
Yeah, I saw that. All right. Hey, not my finest,
Oh.
but not my worst. There, you know, I blew kind of a big old hole, like a crater.
Oh,
So it kind of looked like the Grand Canyon for a minute. But she came
Way
right back
stronger
together.
than it was. Oh yeah, there's maybe a little spot right here too.
Oh, is there?
A little hole right there.
Yeah, biscuits. I'll hit it real quick, and then we're ready to rip. All right, so we got the diff fluid changed. We did drain the trans fluid, so we got to top that off, just kind of like a drain and fill. We got the oil lines put on. We got the pipe welded up, so we're gonna go down, put the turbo on, and then we'll pretty much be ready to fire it up. The only thing we're missing is our water pump. We're getting a new water pump for it, and that doesn't come until tomorrow, but we can still fire it up. I switched the wiring around on the cam sensor, changed the Holly tune, so now with the new reluctor wheel, we'll see if it works, because it's kind of a trial and error. Sometimes we don't do the wiring right. Got to go back, like James Nova in Vegas. How many tries that take?
I don't even know.
It's like 12. It's a lot.
That was a long night.
So using some memory from that, I also texted Dr. Tunemal. Hopefully we can get it to start first try. Ooh, you know what time it is?
Turbo time.
Ooh, it's that turbo time. Gotta put a little bit of silicone on this pupper. Slap turb ski on. We got our Precision Turbo 88 sitting here ready to rip.
He threw
That
four.
one look good.
He threw four and you only caught one.
Turbo time. Oh, you're stronger than you look on YouTube.
Big trash talking guy. Ready?
You got it?
Fish bolt there real quick. Niger down in there. Got the turbo guard dirty though.
Sorry, a little brake clean.
So heavy, it just sits there perfectly. And
Yeah, James, that was smart to make this flat so the turbo like sits on it versus all of our other ones.
They're
The
tilted.
flange is tilted, so someone's got to like struggle bus hold the turbo while the
That too, and the way it rolls like this, it shifts the turbo over more
yeah,
instead of hanging it over the fender.
yep.
So if it does
That's
fall,
how
it
we ended
doesn't.
up with this paint damage.
If it doesn't crack this, so when it falls off, I figure we're in better shape.
What size is that, Jordy?
probably like that, on 13, half inch. It's anywhere from 12 to 21. That's why I started at 12.
It started at 13, bucko.
Could be 12, could be a 13, could be the one right in between.
Oh, look at this guy. You're on fire today, man. What do you think about this hot rod here?
Oh, Ruby's coming for the Elco, dude. That's what I heard.
You guys are in the 750 class.
Says you.
Yeah, remember one time we were in that 850 class going 830s?
Are we ready?
Dude, I think we're ready, man.
I mean, the only thing we really need to add training fluid, but since we're firing it up for such a short period of time, it's probably got enough in it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put the water pump on it when we get it, then we can do the full heat cycle, but we can probably good.
Fire this unit.
Oh, let me flash that tune on.
Get that tune on there.
Hold on now. So guys, basically all you have to change on the computer side, see how, oh, hold on. See, this says now 58 tooth. So we'll go ahead, flash that onto the car. Boop. Cycle the ignition. I'm gonna prime the fuel pump. Check for some leaks. What do you think about that, Jackson? Sounds pretty good.
Got fuel too, I heard.
Let's see if we got this wiring down first try.
Did you plug in the injector on this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's from me driving it. Oh, you know how I like to hit that trans brake button hard.
Not a scramble.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when you're wearing gloves, you don't know your own strength. Ooh, that's got a lot of compression.
We might not have any fuel.
No, it's got fuel.
It just says sinking on RPM.
Just says sinking. That's never the sign you want to see. Describe what just happened.
He goes, this gets a black crank sensor, right? I'm like, no, it gets the gray one because it's a 58X crank. Oh.
Huh? Yeah. We never get it on the first try whenever we switch reluctor wheels on a car. It's like,
it's tricky.
hey, you got that crank sensor, huh?
Yeah, a little miscommunication there.
It'll happen. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in stock because we're so far from like getting parts stores. Kind of nice. Especially George's home. Let's get a headlight check. Them brand new headlights, dude. Let me see that. Let me see them puppies. Got the new crank sensor in. Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Damn. All right, fire her up, brother. Come on, Rubes. You got RPM signal?
Sinking and then stall.
Stall. That's not good. What would that be? Sinking, then stall. So it's usually about the 5th try we'll get it, so now we're up to 2. Okay, this is rewire number 3. We're going for a world record. Let's see if we can get it. Now looking good.
It says stall, then I get numbers, and then it errors. Light turned red.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hold on, James. It was my fault. I had that tune wrong, so here we go. And we switched the wires on the cam back. Temp number 4. Come on, baby. Come on. Is it syncing? Let me do a TPS auto set. This is a real classic. All right, so now guys, we're gonna do a throttle position sensor auto set, which is a common Holly deal. Go ahead. James has to push the throttle full range 2 times. If this isn't done, then your injectors will not fire. Let's just clear that. All right. Here we go.
Oh, hang on. We got no oil drain.
What?
Turbo drain. Lots of oil pressure. No, where's that unit at? There it is, right there.
70 pounds oil pressure on the starter. It's always common to not hook up your oil drain or feed. This time it was the drain. All right, guys, we'll be back for attempt 6 here in a minute. Dude, we need that for this test. There you go. All right. We got no spark. What you got there, bud?
This is our power and ground for our coil harness.
Oh.
It was laid up under there.
Who cut those? Because weren't those good? Did someone cut those?
I remade them.
Oh, it was about halfway. Just stand by, Jack. You want me to get you a fan and a water?
That's why I asked him. I said, hey, did you hook up red to the battery, black to the ground, brown to the head? He's like, yeah. Then goes over and checks.
Yeah, then he slowly walks over and kind of does one of these like that.
He starts doing this in the car and pulls out 2 wires.
Yeah. How you feeling about this one? What are we on, number 6?
Let's see if we got spark.
Still a world record if it starts on this one.
You hook that up?
Yeah, I hooked it up.
Let's check it again.
Let's check spark. Try that real quick, James. Yeah, he's sparking.
I don't even remember which way's up with this thing now.
Well, we got something. So we're definitely not getting injector. Why would we not get injector though is the question. Jackson gives a shrug. All right, guys, we're power probing the injectors. First one we tried, didn't even click. Like it's locked up. Very odd. All right, guys, we got a little life lesson for you. Don't leave ethanol on your injectors and then let them sit out because we have a bunch of these injectors. We grabbed a fresh set. We tried power probing these and we couldn't hear them click, or some of them might click a little bit, but they're kind of sound weak. Grabbed a fresh set, these suckers click like brand new. So we cost ourselves a set of injectors. These are gonna have to be taken apart and cleaned. We're gonna put these bad units in and hopefully it'll run. So I will say these injectors have been fantastic. We might have screwed ourselves, but luckily we had another set from old Leroy. But Leroy's got to go back together tomorrow, so we really got to get something going here. We're gonna have to probably find someone local to fix this other set of injectors, or we'll overnight them to fuel injector clinic. We'll figure something out.
In the meantime, let's try to fire this baby up.
Let's do it. You plugged in over there? Hit it, jack stand.
And we pray.
Our world record attempt is over. We're now on attempt number 13, I think. Ready to fire right up. Ready? Come on. Yeah! Do it. That is crazy. Let's go. Wow. Oh my, oil pressure, baby. 90 PSI. We might need to put a thinner oil in it. Oh, it's a braking oil. Wow. Fire me up. Let's go. Go, brother.
Dude, that's awesome. What are the odds of that?
That's crazy. I've never seen all 8 do that
I
before.
had to do something about that oil pressure. You held it, it saw 2,200 RPM, it was at 123 PSI oil pressure.
Yeah. Well, we actually have a new, we have a different oil pressure sensor in it.
Oh, yeah, it's a Holly one. Probably has to be.
Yeah. It's not scaled right. It's got like 5 pounds of oil pressure.
Yeah,
it's just scaled wrong.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
No, I mean, it's definitely got oil pressure. Well, we knew it had oil pressure when it started blowing oil out of the bottom of the turbo and there was no drain on it. Dude, let's go. Fire me up.
Dude, that's crazy.
Hey, your first engine start since you joined the channel.
Yep.
And hey, that's good stuff. All right, so this thing is almost ready for race week. It needs some buttoning up. It needs to just be cleaned up. You know, like we got to check over everything, our safety equipment, all that, make sure she's dialed. But this is the backup car for LS Fest. If Leroy doesn't come together for LS Fest, Ruby's going. Other than that, though, pretty happy with that. Shout out to Texas Speed for building us this beautiful re-sleeved aluminum 427. You should check out their website. That camshaft sounded pretty good. Little turbo cam in there. All right, guys. Hell yeah, Ruby's back and going. Thanks for watching New for Dale. We will freaking see you later.